After the drones spelled my name in the sky and the Montclairs went pale with humiliation, the world changed. Not for me. I was already a fucking giant. But for them, they finally saw me. Every tabloid, every tech rag, every media outlet from Bloomberg to some low-level gossip TikTok account ran the story. Who is Elise Montclair? Headlines splashed with screenshots of my old dorm room, grainy security cam footage of me wheeling that busted Dell server into my apartment, and Reddit threads trying to reverse engineer how I built Nexon from nothing. The press called me the ghost billionaire. The tech world called me the death of Oracle. But I knew what I was. I was the reckoning. Julian tried to be slick. He emailed me through a burner account. Just wanted to reconnect, he wrote. No hard feelings. Maybe lunch? That motherfucker once threw my laptop into a pool because I looked poor typing on it. I replied with a single image. The foreclosure notice on his Montclair Holdings office in Midtown, signed by one of my shell companies. Corinne's approach was different. Handwritten letter, embossed paper, smelled like rosewater and desperation. You've made your point, Elise. You can stop now. I framed it and hung it in my bathroom. William? Never heard a word. Coward. Always was. Probably thought if he ignored me long enough, I'd vanish again. I didn't. Now that the Montclairs were nothing more than ash under my boots, it was time to rebuild something real, something permanent. The Corinne Initiative exploded. I poured $80 million into scholarships, startup grants, and coding schools exclusively for girls who came from broken homes, abusive families, or got chewed up by the system the same way I did. My only rule? If your school counselor ever called you difficult, you went to the front of the line. We trained them, armed them with servers, software, and startup capital, and then unleashed them into the world like wolves in lipstick. One girl, Kiara from Cleveland, launched a data compliance firm that now handles back-end privacy contracts for the EU. Another, May from Toronto, reverse-engineered a private threat detection AI that terrified Meta so badly they tried to buy her company for $300 million. She told them to suck a pixel and licensed it to every independent news platform instead. We were making monsters. Beautiful, brilliant, ungovernable monsters. And I was their mother. Let me tell you how I made Larry Ellison scream into a $10,000 phone. Oracle, the lumbering dinosaur with too many lawyers and not enough brains, finally noticed that Nexon wasn't just a pest. We were erasing them, line by line, client by client. So they sued. Trademark infringement, breach of contract, patent overlap, the usual corporate tantrum. I countered with a public letter. If Oracle wants to fight over ideas, maybe they should try having some new ones. That quote went viral. I buried them in court, dragged it out just long enough to kill their Q4 earnings. Then I made my next move, Nexon Edge, a proprietary infrastructure engine, 10 times faster than anything AWS offered, and entirely post-cloud. Localized edge computing powered by our own hardware and software, completely modular, no server farms, no centralized surveillance, fully encrypted. Governments called, the UN called. China tried to ban it. We deployed through Iceland, the world bent. And Oracle lost $12 billion in contracts overnight. Cry harder, Larry. Somewhere in the middle of the chaos, I met someone. Her name was Rena, ex-CIA, now a corporate investigator. She was 6 feet tall, wore combat boots with couture, and had the kind of eyes that made men apologize just by looking into them. We met at a conference in Berlin. She was there hunting a corporate mole. I was there to burn a blockchain panel to the ground with actual facts. We didn't speak the first night, just circled each other like predators with wine. By morning, she was in my bed. By the end of the week, she was in my boardroom. We weren't soft. We didn't need to be. Rena knew where the bodies were buried, literally. She helped me purge my executive team of 2 leakers and 1 potential saboteur. They never knew what hit them. One of them, my old CFO, Brett, tried to flip to Google Cloud. Rena got him on tape admitting to insider trading and leaked it to the SEC before his contract even cleared. He's doing time in minimum security hell. I bought the building across from his prison and turned it into a neon-lit Nexon billboard. He has to look at it every morning while eating his powdered eggs. You don't build a billion-dollar empire and stop, you evolve. And politics? That's just business with uglier teeth. Nexon had leverage, data, infrastructure, security networks, more reach than the NSA, if I'm honest. So I started building inroads. I didn't run for office, that's for egomaniacs and puppets. I became the person politicians call before they vote. You want my servers? You play by my rules. A senator from Florida tried to push a bill that would have kneecapped our data routing in the Southeast. I leaked his mistress's crypto wallet to his wife and the press, simultaneously. He resigned the next morning. By the end of the quarter, I had signed private digital infrastructure contracts with 6 US states, 3 EU countries, and the entire government of Singapore. Behind every press conference, behind every smile, behind every law that passed protecting online privacy, me. 10 years to the day since I was disowned, I bought out the last of Montclair Holdings' remaining assets. Every yacht, every trust, every meaningless LLC they used to launder influence. And then I held an auction. The Montclair Legacy Sale, one night only, Sotheby's, everything must go. Julian's vintage watch collection, sold to a 17-year-old influencer who resold it on TikTok while doing a split. Corinne's portrait, I had it altered by a street artist to include devil horns and a Chanel collar made of snakes. William's antique coin set, melted into a Nexon commemorative server plaque. And the estate, I bulldozed the tennis court and replaced it with a rooftop data center powered by Nexon Edge solar grids. The old guest house, hacked into pieces and repurposed as housing for scholarship interns. I built a statue where the fountain used to be. It's me. Middle finger raised, chin high. Inscription reads, "To the girl you discarded. She built empires from your ruins." I don't know. Maybe I'll dismantle a few more dinosaurs. Maybe I'll run black budget security ops for whistleblowers. Maybe I'll buy Harvard and rename it Try Harder University. All I know is this. I'm done playing nice. I'm done hiding. I'm not just the ghost behind Nexon anymore. I'm the storm coming for everyone who ever laughed when I was down. Because I am Elise fucking Montclair, and I am just getting started. Would you like to continue with part 3, the global takeover, where Elise expands Nexon into space infrastructure, exposes a tech lobby blackmail ring, and toys with building her own digital currency that bypasses national banks? Just say the word.